Emo been working real hard. I don't like that.
I don't know. So what's all this I'm seeing back and forth? Justin having to do with depression and all that. Was that you?
MCing. What are you talking about?
You had
MC?
I just lost this thing. There you go. No, something about Justin beat depression or something or whatever. Was that you?
Yeah,
No.
I've got a story like that. Yeah, yeah,
Well, listen,
sure.
when I feel depressed, I just drink heavily, so I have no problem. So makes all the problems go away. So
Yeah.
it's all good. I wish it worked that easy. I feel bad for people, but it is what it is. So what's up, man? What's everybody doing? Vaughn is back.
What's going on,
Vaughn is
Steve?
the man.
Coach Steve.
I gotta buy those tires, man. One of these weeks,
Ah,
I'm gonna have to
yeah.
get together. I had a tenant move out on me down here in Florida, and the guy's got a big Dodge Ram truck, and he's got these
Okay.
mountain truck tires on this thing, right? He took them off for a while, and he brought them into the house and put them in the living room. Now this guy's been out of this house for a month already, and the wheels and tires are still sitting there. So I gotta get rid of these things. I gotta take them over to the local tire store. I think I can only get one of them in the back of my caravan at a time. That's how big
Yeah.
these things are.
How's the tread?
They're just like brand new. He didn't
Oh,
drive with them. They were like swamp buggy tires. You put they
right.
look great on TV and all that in the commercial. When you go to drive with them, oh my god, you lose your mind. He said it was really loud. So
For sure, for sure. I'm more of a Chevy guy.
there you go. There you go. We got Jason's on board. Jason Richter, how are you, man? Good
Good.
to
How you
see
doing,
you.
Steve? Good to
Good to
see you
see
too.
you. Mag is on board. Look out. Mag is on. All right. All coming to the table. There he is. Like the same people coming to confession every Monday night. I don't know. It's all
Confession,
good. It's all good.
confession with Steve D.
Confession with Steve. We need more women on here for the confessional, though. I'll tell you. I don't know. Notice how they're not coming. Notice that? Yeah. That's it. Is what it is. It's all good.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't
We,
know,
we we
man.
got quite a few ladies in the group.
I don't know. I don't
Maybe
know.
it's your perfume, Coach Steve.
It must be. It must be. This is the the Little Rascals years ago. They had the He-Man Woman Haters Club. Remember? I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Uh,
Anyways, so we're at 9:03. So what's everybody want to talk about tonight? Who's got a deal they want to put together? Who's got something they're working on? Who's got something they're thinking about? What do we got? Anybody? Don't
I got
everybody jump.
I got something, but I don't know. I don't have to be
I,
first.
That's cool.
I got a quick question. To be after 4 units and up, it's going to be commercial, right? So we don't need the bank. Actually, um, we can prove the bank that it's an incoming property by the asset, right? Producing asset that it should be. Is that
Back up a
correct?
second. What are you talking about? Start from the beginning.
So I'm talking about if you go with I'm thinking about buying a four family for myself, but
Okay.
I don't need to prove to the bank income, right? For that type of property, it's not like a
Depends on the
traditional.
lender.
It's not
Depends.
traditional, right?
Depends on the lender. You can go to a non-traditional lender. You go to buy the books lender. Every lender's got their own underwriting guidelines.
Okay.
So there's nothing set in stone. I mean, if it was set in stone and there was no underwriting, then it'd be mass chaos all over the country. Anybody could buy anything they wanted. So it's it's an open. There's certain lenders in certain markets that excel, and that's who you need to go and look for. So
All
there's
right.
a there's a guideline out there for lending. It's called the Scotsman's Guide. Check that
Scotsman
out,
guy.
Scotsman.
Okay.
All right, and that's lending across all 50 states. Scotsman or Scotsman's Guide.
Okay.
Yeah, check that out, and you'll find there's more lenders in there. You'll know what to do with. So we're looking at a four family, huh?
Yeah. I'm looking to buy one in PA though.
That doesn't matter. Whatever.
Yeah.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Whereabouts in PA?
Huh?
Whereabouts in Pennsylvania?
Bucks County.
Yeah, don't know anybody there, bud. So that's like Bucks. Who's from there? We got on our team. Oh, his name's that's on the tip of my tongue. I'll think of his name and I'll relay it to you. He might even be on a call here tonight coming up. He checks in and out.
Who? What? Who,
I'm trying to remember the fellow that we got on
Vernon?
here from Buck. What's his name?
Vernon.
Yeah, that's it, Vernon.
Vernon.
He's
Vernon.
he's from Buck. He's got the Bucks County and
Yeah,
Jersey in his pocket. You might want to talk to him. You never know.
I'll talk to him.
Yeah, if you need some help or whatever, he's local, man on the ground.
No, I just
on
thought
the
about
ground.
I just thought about that today. I was thinking about, like maybe house hacked by a fourth family and live there for like a year or two and then get out.
Can you get any seller financing on the deal?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I guess how do you approach these bigger deals? Is the same way, right? Text blasting these people or
Oh, I don't know, text blast or whatever. You got to contact them, talk to them on the phone, listen to them, listen to what look for the pain because a lot of these people aren't getting paid right now.
right?
And they
Well-
got backed up rent. Not everybody, but a lot of them. We just did really well. I mean, in the portfolio I've got a partner up in North Florida, and we just got a windfall of cash in because everybody thought that this whole thing was going to get swept. Everybody was going to wind up going to court. So, but we did all right. But we still got more out there to be collected. But we're in much better shape than we were this time last month. So, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to those bigger deals, Steve, like 5 family, 6 apartment units, how do you go about contacting these people? Is the same way as regular houses?
I don't do anything different than if you get, listen, they're just people. Pick up the phone and call them.
Okay.
If they're represented by a real estate agent, different ballgame. I'm not telling you to exclude the realtor, but damn, if I have an opportunity to talk to the owner of the property direct, I'm going there. I'll tell the guy, you work it out with your realtor. I want to do business with you. So and that really makes the realtors real happy. But that's what I do.
Right.
I bet it does.
But I'll tell you, I don't do a lot of multifamilies. I didn't do a lot. I've done a few of them, and it's not my favorite cup of tea. But it doesn't mean you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know.
How come you don't like the bigger game league?
The bigger game league.
Yeah.
Well, did you hear that, Justin? Did you hear that? I like commercial. I like doing deals where there's businesses involved,
Yeah.
where I can maximize on what they call the blue sky, maximize on the opportunity of what I can do with the property versus you're doing a single family or 4-family home. You're limited to what you're going to do with that property. It's a 4-family home. You're not going to turn it into a lumber yard or turn it into a funeral home or a gas station. So I look for commercial deals that I can optimize on what they can do with that property.
Gotcha.
I sell to dreamers sometimes, anyways. Yeah.
Perfect, Steve. You're the best.
Oh man, I'm just getting started. It's all cool. It's all great. So good luck on your 4-family. Good for you, man. Step it up. And listen, you talk to that person the same way you're talking to somebody with single family, whatever it is. And you say, listen, you're gonna not many. I shouldn't say there's not many. That's wrong. Back up. There's plenty of banks out there that want to throw money at multifamily. Multifamily normally starts at 4 bedrooms and up. Well, four units and up.
Yeah.
Yep. Good luck, man. You're gonna do it.
Yeah.
If you need help
Thanks, Steve.
stacking the deal, if the guy says, "Well, yeah, well, it's one big thing with multifamily is the guy can't claim that he's been living in the house and it's all his for all this time. It's an investment property, so no matter what he does, depending on how long he's owned it, he might be better off selling to you and taking paper back on it, taking a note back on it, than just selling the thing outright. Especially, we don't know what's coming with the tax laws.
Yeah.
What is going to happen is they're not going to tax you on the entire amount until you have it in your pocket. They did that back in, what the hell was it, 89, 88, 87, where if you sold something for $100 and you took $10 down, and you had $90 in a receivable, they taxed you for the whole damn thing. So it was pretty nuts. They took the installment method and threw it out the window. So yeah, but now they come back to their. It's a circle. Too many realist. Too many. What do you want to call it? Government elected officials will just say have real estate investments. So they're not going to cut their foot off despite their nose, So, all right, man. Good luck.
All right. Thanks.
Okay. Well, that was a long-winded question, but that was all right. That was my fault. Who else we got in here with a deal? What you got? Anybody? Justin, what do you got?
What was the name of that person or that website you said?
Scotsman's Guide?
Yes. All right.
See, Vernon is here tonight. See that? Okay. Who else? Jump in. Somebody jump in. You got the floor. Come on. Want to look at deals here.
Yeah, I'd like to talk about one I'm working on.
Cool.
Yeah, but we signed it originally. We didn't know if we were gonna go creative or not, so we signed like an option to purchase with like a thing in there basically saying if I got something or somebody offering something creative, that she'd be okay with it, and she is. And it seems semi-favorable. At ARV's around 81. She's asking for 57 because that's what she owes. But there needs like $10,000 worth of work to go into it. Like little things like a water heater, hang a couple doors, some drywall, maybe some new flooring, but it doesn't look like it. And it looks like maybe it's even livable now, to be honest. So I put the ad out. It's only been 2 or 3 days now. Had over 2,000 people view it, and a lot of people are hitting me up for it. And so now I've got a couple people that are interested. Do I run the My Smart Move now, or do I wait until they actually see it and they're ready to move forward and as far as the tenants go? And then also,
I'm not familiar with My Smart Move. What is that?
It's like the tenant screening. And then I also have a question on how should I go about doing the contract? Should I just go straight to the right of purchase contract, or do I actually need to take it back to the start and start with the lease option agreement memo?
Well, back up a second, because you don't, the agreement you have with your seller, is it just an option to sell, or is it a lease option?
It's an option to sell, but we put it in there that if that she might be willing to change and shift to something else if it came about. Which that's what I put the ad out for, right?
Well,
so
I would, if I'm gonna, you got to make sure you dot the I's and cross the T's. All right. You can't have a finished contract that you're going to assign to somebody, which is somewhat, it sounds like what you want to do. You just want to assign this to someone and walk away. You don't want to stay in the middle of this thing forever. There's not going to be enough money in this thing. So, I mean, I go back to the seller after you've got a deal. You got somebody that's got money in their hand, they're ready to rock and roll, and get a clean agreement signed. Take all that other crap out of it. I mean, if it's really, if someone reads that agreement that you have, is it going to confuse the hell out of somebody? Is it something you want to assign? Because you got to be careful. All right. You might just take the other way around it. I mean, Justin will tell you all his idea. Maybe you just want to just set up a new agreement that just says it's an assignment, and that's all that's all you're agreeing to do is assign it. It's not going to be a lease option or anything else. Yeah. See, it's usually either one way or the other. I don't like mixing the peanuts and the carrots together, in the bowl.
Okay.
So I don't know, Justin. What do you think, man?
Well, I'm of the opinion that it would make that you're going to have to do a couple different maneuvers here. If it were me, what I would do is a couple different maneuvers. One, I would get on the phone with the homeowner and I would say, "Hey, listen, we've got somebody that's interested in doing this. as a lease purchase. Okay, so I wouldn't call it a lease option. I'd basically call it a lease purchase.
Or just an option to
Yeah.
buy it.
Well, he's got tenant buyers.
I don't know. Is that what you're advertising?
Yeah,
for?
yeah, that's what I'm
Oh,
going
okay.
for.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
so you're going to have to make sure at least get a verbal from her that yes, that will work. Okay, then get your best tenant buyer that you have, your tenant buyer prospect. Let them see the property and then run them through Smart Move. Once you get that back, which won't take long, then you can go ahead and put the first right of purchase together with the homeowner and just do the closing packet and be done. That's
Okay,
what
so
would.
I don't necessarily need to do the lease option memo.
You already have an option agreement with her. The only change that you and her are doing is you're adding the ability to lease during the option term, or
Yeah.
or an extended option term. So all of that can be fixed on the paperwork during the closing packet. But I would not move forward on anything if I didn't have at least a verbal from her saying that, yeah, that sounds like that'll work.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let me get things lined up with this person, and then we'll get the paperwork put together and we'll get everybody's signature
Right,
on it.
so
Does that
s-
sound okay, Mr. Homeowner, Miss Homeowner?
Perfect, because that's the spot that I'm at right now.
Okay.
Yeah, because I already ran that by her and she's totally good to go with that. She doesn't even want anything down or anything.
Okay.
So did
So
you
now I
run
just need to
the
get.
terms past her on it?
Yeah.
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 Okay, so
So-
then bust ass and get that tenant buyer, your best tenant buyer, to see the property, give you the thumbs up, run them through my Smart Move. It honestly won't take that long, and then get the paperwork out and get the checks out.
Yeah.
Get it done.
Right on. And
Yeah.
okay, and then when you send that whole closing packet, do you send it all in one piece or do you break them up so that person A isn't seeing
Yeah.
documents for person B?
Yeah, that's actually what you want to do is break them down, but at the end, make sure, because you're assigning things, everybody gets a copy. So if you want to just make it quick and easy, you could just keep it all together. Okay.
Oh,
If you think everybody is really on board, keep it all together in one big document. Everybody can see everything. Everybody's being assigned to everything. Everybody's agreeing to everything. Okay, wonderful. If you feel like that'll bring up too many questions, then break the documents down. And then after everybody's signed, send everybody copies.
Right.
Does that make
Okay.
sense? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and just to be clear on the first right of purchase contract, we are putting the price that it's going to end up assigning to the tenant buyer, right? I'm not putting the price that me and the homeowner agreed to, correct?
Yeah, you're gonna put the new price for the tenant
Right.
buyer on that one. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. That way everything's documented. Yep.
Right on.
Yeah, buddy. Good. Congratulations on
your
making
new
it this
agreement,
far,
you'll
bro.
do that. On your new agreement, you'll do that. On your primary agreement with your seller, you still got to have your document there. So that spells out what you're getting the deal for.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
be covered actually in the addendum in this case. So you'll be cool on that. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah,
Right
no,
on.
no, you're on the right track, bro. No fear, man. Forge ahead.
Go on, you are the man.
He is
Nah,
the man.
come on.
Every week it just gets better and better.
Telling you.
Yeah. I want to be excited, but I'll hold off until I actually get the money. So.
All right. How many people hit you up about this though?
Oh shit, probably over 200. I had 2,000 views in just 2 or 3 days. I had it over the weekend, so
On Facebook Marketplace. listings.
Facebook, yeah. No, it
You
wasn't
had-
paid
what
ad
do
or
you-
anything.
What are you asking for a down payment? Or are you?
Yeah, eight grand just to make it an even 65. Cause she's asking 57. And she doesn't want anything down or anything. So I figured 8 grand at 65, and she's fine with the monthly payment being 600 a month for 2 years. So
Slam it. Good for you.
yeah, thank you. My only hang up is because there's work that needs to be put into it, but the pictures are there, the description is there, and people are still hitting me up for it. So
2 words. As is.
as is.
And all your documents are going to say as is. So if there's a problem, say, what happened? You don't understand the words as is? Which one don't you understand? That's the way you got to put it together.
And
Yeah, you're telling me they're leasing it.
non-refundable.
They're buying an opportunity. You're selling them an opportunity.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's great. That's great. Congratulations, man. Keep it
Yeah.
going.
Good
Thank
work, dude. I'm gonna ring this cowbell for you like real loud here real soon.
There he
man.
goes.
Yeah,
There he
awesome.
goes. What the hell was that? All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, Vaughn. Anything else?
No, not at the moment. No, thank you.
All right. Good luck, sir. Good luck. Keep
Thank
it
you.
going, man. Every week. This guy's the star of the show sometimes. I'm telling you.
Every week.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Who else we got on board here tonight? Anybody else? Go ahead,
I-
man. What you got?
All right, I got a property I want some analysis on here, and it's in my market area, Independence, Missouri, and it's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 974 square feet. So we're talking just a regular, normal blue collar ranch style house, 1-car garage attached. All right, so fair market rent is $1,200 a
Wow.
month, and
Yep.
the estimated value ARV after repair is $120,000.
Right?
Let's say 125,000, okay, because it's probably a little more close to it.
Okay.
So fair market value after repairs is 125,000, and then the fair market rent's $1,200 a month. So it needs about 35,000 in repairs.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. This person had just did a deal, and now they're all excited to sell another deal. Okay. So it's like, all right, I'm interested too. That makes sense. But I can't give you what you want for it, which is like 105, or
Wow.
I think I might be able to get them down to 90 cash. Okay. I offered 75, for example, here. Okay. So that would be a no from them. Okay. That I thought was too much too, 75. So anyway, they were open to something creative though. Okay.
Okay.
So how do we structure something creative here where we take care of them, give them close to what they're asking or enough to make them feel good about purchase price, and also accommodate for this $35,000 in repairs and still make this deal cash flow? Okay. Looks like, because this is a cash flow play here, it looks like to me, because it makes $1,200 in revenue every month, and it's only probably going to be $600 a month in payments PITI if we do it right. That's my thought. Okay, but I don't know. I don't even know if this is a deal because of that 35K in repairs.
35K in repairs.
Yeah.
How much cash does the buyer want? You don't know.
I don't know yet, and I think they're going to be unreasonable. So I'm not sure this is a deal at all, but I'm trying to get it lined up a little bit in my mind how it could be a deal before we talk to them again.
Well, you could bring in, if you need $35,000, just to get this thing, over the mark for the hundreds. I think you said it was 125 if you spend the 35 grand on it.
Yes.
Do you know it needs 35 grand? Or you just going from the hip?
Yeah, shoot from the hip a little bit based on what the seller has said that they have need of in repairs. Like it needs a complete HVAC system. It needs.
All right, so your net dollars on this house are 90,000.
Yeah.
You get 35. So that's your number, 90,000. I mean, if the moon lines up and everything, so you're willing to put $35,000 into this house just so you can make everybody happy and own it for retail. It doesn't work.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So now you got to work backwards from that 90,000. All right.
Okay.
So you got 35 grand you need up front.
Okay.
So you could try and split fund this deal. You're going to need $35,000. I'm going to write this down as we're going in.
So we're talking
35
about perspective here, $90,000 purchase price to the homeowner.
No.
Okay.
We know the only thing definite here we know from your conversation so far is it needs $35,000 in repairs.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you say they've already turned down 70 in cash.
75 in cash. Yeah. See, I'm not thinking they're reasonable enough to make this work. And I was wondering if the master
But
could
what
like
if you did this?
enlighten
If you
me a
wanted
little.
if you wanted to cash flow this thing, let's
Yeah.
just make believe it doesn't. Yeah, let's just make believe for a second that the numbers, everything's going to line up. Let's pick a number. Let's say it's $90,000.
Okay.
Let's give them the whole 90. So
All
let's
right.
say we're going to give them $90,000,
All right.
and we're going to have $35,000 is going to be out of the 90,000. Give me a second. 90,000, 35. We still got to deal with this first. The 35 grand.
Another
let's-
detail is these are old folks, and they don't want to do a 30-year note because they're going to be dead. That's literally their words.
But they're thinking about a note.
Yeah,
They don't
that's my
wanna do
point.
that.
Is there a way I can cut this pie where it'll make sense? Because I can't seem to make that 35K fit.
Well, the 35K you got to bring in probably in like private money.
Yeah.
Make that guy a first mortgage. So
Yeah.
he got his 35,000. All right. That'll leave us $55,000 going to the seller. And what if we took the 55,000 and divided it up in $500 payments? Okay. So 55,000, that's going to be what? Nah, that's not terrible. 55,000, 10, 11 payments.
I'm not sure where you're coming up with the 55,000 to the seller there, Coach C.
All right. So we're going to take the 90.
Okay.
We're going to take away 35,000. $90,000 is our net number. All right, we got to work with.
Okay.
$35,000 we need to make this thing work, to get it started. So I'm going to bring in $35,000 up front, and I'm going to give that to him. I'm going to raise that capital up front.
Yeah.
Okay, with a private lender. All right. We're going to wind up giving him the 120 or so for this house. We're going to give him what he wants for the house.
Okay.
Right, but he's going to wait for it. All
Okay.
right. So if we get the 35, if we get the first note, the first mortgage for 35 grand, okay, and the balance of this, let's say you give him 10, just to give him something to be happy about. Maybe you gave him $10,000 in cash. That's 45, right? And you're gonna take. You wanted 125 for the house. What will you?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that's probably way out of whack.
125 is what it's worth. So they were wanting like.
Well, we're
like-
gonna put 35. Yeah, we're gonna. Well, if our whole number is gonna be the 125, hold on a second. 125 is where we gotta. Where you want to end up at 100.
I don't know. So I'm not sure.
Well, you're the one. How motivated are these people?
Well, I feel like they're pretty motivated, but I don't know if they're reasonable or not here yet. So it seems like they probably are going to want money down. So I'm just trying to figure out what my offer could be. So when I talk to them, I sound intelligent a little bit about the situation.
All right, give me a second. 100.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll give 110. Okay. Well, the sticker is going to be that $35,000. If you can't give them all this money and them not give you this 35,000. So that 35,000 has got to come from somewhere. So the 100, if you're going to give them, if you went out and you gave them the whole 125, all right, up sale. So that's the same as giving a guy. You're going to add $30,000 to that in repairs. Now you got to put into it. So
Right.
you can't give them that. So you got to go back down to just to break even. You got to be at
Yeah.
90,000.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's your sale. That's the maximum sale price is 90, and that's owning the property for retail.
Okay.
All right. So let's put 90,000. They
Yeah.
have to accept that. Okay.
Yeah. See, my thought is the answer will be no because they turned down a $75,000 cash offer. So
Yeah.
90 finance doesn't make it's not a lot better. really.
Well, maybe you just make it for, what do you plan on doing with this property? Holding it as a rental, or?
Well, ultimately, that's what I think someone will want to do with it, but I want to sell the deal.
You'll wholesale the deal.
I want to assign it, yeah, or sell it off, yeah. Probably not worth screwing with. Is what I'm
That
thinking.
$35,000 is the killer. But
I
if you
know.
package it, you can assign it. If you package it right,
Yeah.
somebody will go for it. But this guy's got to be able to accept this $90,000. If it needs 35,000 in work,
Okay.
anything you're going to put into it's going to be on top of the value.
Okay.
So you got to get a sale price of 90,000 to break even.
Okay. So 90,000 max offer price to break even. All right.
And now who's gonna want to buy this? A landlord?
Shit. I'm thinking that would be the only person who would want to buy it. And so if they were able to put in, well, if I add my fee to it, then that's we're talking about 35K in repairs plus 10K down to the homeowner. You know, for example, this person would be out of pocket, what, 50K? I don't know. And then
35.
they
yeah.
would probably be buying 600 a month for 50K. Is that worthwhile to a landlord? My thought is probably, but this is a hairy deal.
Well, he's got to manage all the repairs on this thing.
Yeah,
I don't
that was
know.
a question that was asked too, is, well, why would I put 35K into this property to fix it up to make 600 a month when I could just go buy something else with my money? Like, yeah, probably.
There you go. There you go. I think you're on a ball there. What happened?
Okay, I appreciate it, Coach Steve. Thank you for helping straighten
There's
me
not-
out on that one.
There's really not a whole lot of places to go on that one. The killer is the 35,000, and if he's already been offered 70 or 75 for cash.
That's what I thought too, boss.
Yeah.
So-
All right. So that one's we're gonna cross that one all out.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
put a big X on that one.
Indeedy da. Okay. Who else has got something they want to bring to the table? Hello. Don't
Good
be
to see
shy,
everybody here. Good to see everybody.
We got a nice group here tonight. We got a good group.
Hervik,
else
Got
we
one
got?
for you, Coach Steve.
Go ahead, Ed. What do you got, man?
Hervik's in line too there, guys.
Good.
Who's that?
Go ahead, Ed. Go ahead.
Okay. So talked to a family today. Her husband or her dad passed away and had this rental spot. It was listed at 45.9. Said two bedroom, one bath. My comps are all over the place. It's like from 106, 73. I got a 90, a 51, and the Zestimate was 28. That was the lowest one. But looking at the area there, so that's what I'm looking at as far as the comps. I asked her if she would do 39,000 cash, and I would take care of the closing costs, and she asked to have the other half of the taxes put in there, which would be another 738. So it'd be about 40,500.
All right.
And I'd like to just sign this baby for 10 if I could.
You gotta get a solid number as to what it's worth.
Yeah, so PropStream was 90,000. Realtor.com was 77. Redfin was
Get it.
51.
Get it under contract, get it nailed down for your sale price, and then start making phone calls to agents in the area, see what it's worth.
I
Yeah.
told her 40,000 would be my deal if I come back tomorrow, and she said if I send her a contract we have a deal.
She's gonna. There's no other liens, no other mortgages, nothing on it. Just a cheap deal, and it's dad passed away. That's what I do. Tie it up in a contract, get it done, get it on paper, and then once it's solid, had there been any sales in the immediate area? I would guess so. Right?
Yeah, it's a little town north of Indy.
So worst comes to worst, pick up the phone, call some agents, find out what the property's worth, what they can get you for it. Then, you know, if you just want to flip the contract, tell them what you want to do with it. Don't tell them what you're paying for it, and whatever, you know. And you probably you should do all right with that.
Okay.
2-1 is cheap. It's cheaper than a used car, for crying out loud.
Yeah, yeah. So ask them. So get with a realtor and see if they'll even list it, huh?
Well, you don't want to list it. What you want to do is you want to find out what it's worth.
Okay.
Tell them, listen, what can you get me for this? No pie in the sky. Pick up the phone, call 3-4 guys. Pick up the phone, and you want to look for agents that have sold properties in that immediate area, and look for
Okay.
ones that have sold quite a few of them, so they know what they're talking about. Don't just pick one guy that's got one house he sold 3 miles away. Forget it. You're not going to get you don't get the right touch. So, but somebody good would probably wrap that thing up and put their hands on it, and they might even have wholesalers. I'm sorry, an end user, a landlord waiting on that property. Or there's people
Right.
out there right now with lots of cash that are looking to scoop up deals. So that might be well worth your deal, well worth your
Great
trouble.
tip. Thank
Yep.
you.
All right, bud. Keep going, man. Who else we got? We had somebody else that was in the offings there. Who was it? Was it Herbeck?
Yeah.
What's up, man? Oh, we got Ace online. Look out. Oh,
Coach Ace.
on, guys?
okay. What's up, Ace? How you doing, man?
Good, man. Just joining the call. I actually got a quick question. Let's see if you guys
Hey,
can.
look, can you hang on just a minute? We got a guy in front of
Oh
you.
no,
here
yeah,
right now.
sorry, I didn't want to jump. Sorry.
Now
No.
go for it. Go
Oh,
for
wait,
it.
Ace, Herbeck will hang on. So go ahead, Ace. What do you got, man? Come on.
It's a duplex. Rent for $1,100 a month. I want it to be cash at 112. He wanted to be at 150. I offered owner finance at 140, 0 down, 631 monthly payment. 300 of those goes to straight principal. He said no. He said he wanted interest and he wanted some type of down payment. I told him I can't do down payment because usually when I give you your price, I can't do down payment. And plus, I want to put it into the property. So I negotiated with him to bump up the price to 150 in 3 years to pay it off with the same term, 631. I start cash flowing from day one with no money out. I cash flow 410, 450, I think. Now, my question is, what if he doesn't like that? What am I facing as far as his rebuttal? I'm offering 150 owner finance for 3-year balloon, 0 interest, monthly payment of 631. 300 of that goes to principal. So in 3 years, I owe him 139.
So if he wants, what I usually do is, all right, if you want interest, I can give you interest, but it's going to come from somewhere. The numbers are all going to be the same. So look at an amortization schedule. Look at what you're going to wind up having to pay him in interest. And I usually just back it right out of the deal. I back it right out of my offer, and they don't like that. So I give you interest or I give you principal. Which one would you rather have?
How would you structure it so that I keep the cash flow at around 450, 400, 450?
Lower your
with
price.
No money out.
Lower the offer.
What was that?
Lower the offer.
Lower the purchase price?
Yeah.
Okay.
The money's got to come from somewhere. You just tell it. It's a simple thing with explaining this is I'm either going to give you cash, I'm sorry, I'm either going to give you principal or I'm going to give you interest. Which one you want? My numbers are going to be the same. If you want 5%, you want 10% interest, no problem. My sale price just dropped all the way down here.
Okay. Perfect. What if he says that he wants to keep it at the 140? You know what, Ace? I want to keep it at that 140, but I want some interest. What will be, again, I don't want to pay interest because then again, that's going to throw up my numbers. What will be?
So when are you ballooning this thing at? 5 years?
3-year balloon.
Well, then tell them you can't do interest on a 3-year balloon. Tell them, I'll tell you what I'll do. If you do a 5, now listen. So you tell them, listen, you know this deal, man. I'm not telling you any difference. What I go back to them and say, listen, I can't do interest on 3 years. It doesn't make sense right now. I can't do that. But what I'll do is, you give me 5 years no interest, and give me a 10-year balloon, and I'll give you interest from the 5 to the 10.
There you go. I didn't even look at it that way.
Smart.
I didn't. Yeah, that's real smart. Yeah, I didn't even look at it that way. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I can give you interest, but I gotta extend the contract to 10 years, 5 years no interest, 5 years with interest, same purchase price.
No, sir, you asked me for the best deal I could give you. That's the best deal I can give you. If you want to change the terms, if you want to change the amount, you want this and that, I've got to be able to go out and get it from somewhere. The only way to get it is for me to stretch the terms out. No problem.
Thank you, Steve. I didn't even
You
look at
got
it
it,
that way.
buddy.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, Hervik, what do you got, brother?
I got this deal. I did a text blast, and I got a lady that she called me, says she's moving into a retirement home. She doesn't want to have to deal with having 2 mortgages. She bought this house, I think it was 2010,
Right.
and I got it. I got the sale price is kind of where it's like $5,000 under what the estimate is, and she told me she's open to a lease option or a lease to own situation. And that's it. She told me she would need $2,400 a month because that's what it said on Zillow that it could rent for. And so I kind of just wanted to maybe analyze the deal.
She's going into a retirement home?
She's going into a retirement home, correct?
I'm surprised she's wheeling and dealing. A lot of times these places want to grab the asset. I'm going through that right now with family. It's not good. Okay, so let's write it down. It's going to rent. How much is the rent there?
$2,400 a month.
2,400.
Correct.
2,400 a month. And what does she want as far as the sale price?
$350,000.
Okay. What are taxes and insurance on this a month? You know?
I don't know, but I just looked at the I looked at this right now. I forgot the notes. I took some notes, and there's a HOA. It's $240 a year. Nothing crazy.
No. Okay. All right. So why don't we just say taxes and insurance? Say $400 a month. Sound about right? Maybe it's a little bit more. I don't know what state this thing's in. So.
Georgia.
What's that?
In Georgia.
Georgia. So we'll say just pick a number. $400 a month. If we're wrong, you got to go back into your numbers. All right. So if it's $2,400 in rent, and it's $400 for taxes and insurance, we got $2,000 net left over without you paying a management company, whatever. What's your goal? What do you want to do with this property?
I want to assign the deal over to someone that wants to lease to own it.
Okay, so lease to own. All right, so you could do the lease option for your money over to $350. And what does she wants money down?
No, she didn't really. That wasn't a big part of
Okay,
it.
good. All right. So she's willing to carry the asset. She's willing to carry the asset for $2,400 a month. How long a term can you get with her?
I'm not sure. Let me see if I took notes on that. No. I think I probably told her 2 to 3 years. During the
Well, I'd start at 3 years. You can always put somebody in there for 2 years the first time, and if they bomb out, turn around and put the last guy in for whatever the remaining balance, whatever the remaining time is. This is right up Justin's alley. He's the lease option man. But this would sound to me, if it's somewhere's worth the $350, you got to try and squeeze another 10, 15 grand out of this thing.
That's what I was thinking.
All right, so figure 8 grand, 10 grand. So if you got $10,000 in a lease fee, and you're not looking to mark it up, you're not looking to be you're not looking to do a sandwich deal. So the rent stays where it is at $2,400. You pick up your 10 grand, and you move on. Pick it up and move on. Hang on one second, guys. Justin, chime in there, man.
I'm
on the show. I'm
chiming
gonna call you
in.
back, all right?
I am chiming in right now.
Okay, this is, I don't know, I figured.
I'm chiming out.
I know, I'm sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
No, I'm done, man. I said everything that was on my mind.
That's it. Wow. 10 grand and $2,400 a month. You can be an owner of this house. Next. You might even get more than 10 grand. $350,000 house. That
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
like 10 grand sounds really cheap. But you know, maybe you talk it down. Maybe you get a 315 or 320. And then you put it up for more money. You know, the 350 is high. You said it was high, right?
No, the Zillow has it as at like 356, and there's only one picture of the house, but it looks real nice from the
What does
outside.
she want? She wants 350.
That's what she has it up there for.
Okay, so
I'm
So
Home
can you
run. That's a
Less.
fucking home run.
yeah, you can just give her what she wants, and if you have to go back and renegotiate a month or two from now because you didn't put the deal together, you can't get it. Then you can do that later. Put it on paper, make it happen.
Go for it. Okay. Yeah, I thought maybe you guys were going to look at pictures of it. You know, look
No,
at.
no, it doesn't matter. You say it's worth the 350, bet plus. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the rate of appreciation? That's probably the most important thing there. Now that you know what it's worth, pretty much.
Yeah, I think I didn't. Let me see if I even looked at that. I don't think I had a chance to do it.
Let's see. Between now and next year, it should lose 10% with the market the way I think it's going to jump. Who knows?
Well, we
It's
could
all-
probably safely assume 4% though, based on recent history.
Yeah, yeah.
Assumption. You know
It's
what
gonna
that
be
does.
4%?
4% would be
Reasonable.
reasonable.
$26,000.
So 4% on 350,000 is a whole bunch of money when you start
Yeah.
putting 2 and 3 year terms in it.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's why we don't even need to look at this one because this one's a grand slam home run kind of thing, like lay down and take my money. You know what I mean?
Okay, whatever assignment fee I can get and just keep it moving.
Yeah, basically, yeah, dude.
The longer you make that contract, if it's 3 years and you're going to do the whole deal and give the person through 3 years, you should get at least 10% down.
10%.
I would figure that.
Well, if
Or
you're looking
give the
for
guy 2 years, leave that extra year outside in case this guy screws up and doesn't buy. You get the opportunity to do it again in the third year.
She told me she was 80 years old. I figured that maybe I could tell her, you know, she bought the house 10 years ago. I think she bought it for like 200K. And I thought maybe if, you know, she started to give me some, you know, like some roadblocks or whatever, I'll tell her, hey, well, you know, you want to pay all the taxes on these gains, you know, kind of like,
She's not going to care.
no.
80 years old, she's not going to care. Do the right thing for the woman. If she says she only wants to do it for a year, do it for a year.
there's plenty of spread there on 12 months on this one.
Yeah, do the right thing.
Yeah.
She's 80 years old. Do the right
Yeah.
thing. Take care of the lady.
Give her what she's asking for and get it on paper because this is a deal.
Yep.
And when you
Yeah.
say there's a spur on it for 12 months, what do you mean by that? Because I mean, I'm thinking just like put an assignment fee on it and move it to a qualified buyer.
You can do that. You know, what I'm saying is 12 months, if she's 80 years old, she might want to do something with cashing out some of these assets to family members while she's alive.
Right.
You know, so if you're going to wind her up in 3 years, now she's 83 or 84 years old. And, you know, mama ain't got all the marbles in the same bag anymore. You don't know what you're going to be dealing with. So now you might be dealing with the family, you know, and she's signed off on power of attorney, and you know, and there's a bigger hassle getting the deed signed, you know, getting the contract signed. Everybody wants their part of the action, you know. So
Yeah. So a 12-month lease option or lease purchase. Boom. Put 10, 15K in your pocket, man, and walk on. Walk on.
yeah, take care of the lady. Do the right
Yeah.
thing.
That's it, dude. That was a YouTube reference, everybody.
My intent, you know, I definitely want to make sure that I'm providing service to the seller as well. 12 months down the line, if the buyer is not performing, I'll just go back to her and say, hey, I got someone else I could put in there.
Well, put somebody in the house you know is going to be able to go through. do some background on the guy, make sure
Yeah.
that, do some background, make sure that they're gonna run it through a mortgage broker. You got a
Yeah.
mortgage broker you use in that area? If you don't, find one and run them through a mortgage
Yeah.
broker there. Make sure the guy, they got what they take to get the job done, and say, fine, you're gonna be able to buy this thing in a year. As of right now, with your current status, if you fix this and fix this, you'll be able to march right in the door, unless they change everything. You'll be able to march in the door and buy. So I run it through a mortgage
Yeah.
broker.
Dude, in that price range, 350, 300 to 80K, somewhere in there. And yeah, we're talking about a nice upper middle class professional with a nice job, nice income, stable, more than likely. Dude, this is a sweet honey deal. I mean, in every way that I've heard so far. So yeah, you got a tiger by the tail with this one, man. You'll probably have a bunch of people hit you up, but there's some good quality prospects in that price range.
Here's
And
something else you can
especially
do.
on a 12-month deal, dude. 12
Here's
month, it
something
just
else
makes
you
sense.
can do. Here's something else you can do for this lady. Sorry to cut you off there.
You're cool, dude.
If someone comes along and they want to buy this house and they've got more money, you take your $10,000 out of this thing. If they got 50 grand because they want to get to the front of the line, take the 50 grand, drop the price down, give the $40,000 to the owner of the house.
She'll be so tickled pink
Yeah.
with you.
That's what you can do,
Yeah.
I was
That's-
feel fulfilled for that as well. Fulfilled with doing that as well. I feel pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're really helping out a lady, and you're helping out somebody that wants to buy a house too. And maybe they just need time to get moved in and get qualified, but they could qualify pretty quick. There's a lot of people out there like that. 12 months. There's coaches and gurus that teach just do only 12 months, but I mean, I don't know about that.
We're just picking that number, 18 months, split it down the middle, whatever the case may be. You can always do a 12-month deal with a 6-month extension across
do
it.
that. That's what I do. So I just end up getting 18 months, but it looks like 12.
Yeah. All right, Herbeck, what do you think, man? We all right?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. I feel good about providing some value for this lady. So,
There you
for
go.
sure.
Yeah.
I feel good about it too, dude. That's great. Keep us updated on that one.
Okay.
I want everybody in this room to have a deal like that.
There you go. It's all cool. All right. What else we got here tonight? Anybody else? We're getting close to the 1 hour.
I've got another one, Steve, that I was working on today.
Okay, Ed, what do you got, man?
This is they're asking 69.9, and they've got two pieces of they've got two structures on the property. One that's renting out for 700, or excuse me, 500 now, and then a small one that's no one's in. But showing the estimates at like 95.7, and Redfin's at 81, and Realtors at 88. So at 69.9, they didn't want to go much below that. I offered a cash at 57,000. She's going to talk to her husband. That
This
makes
buys one
sense to you?
parcel, it buys two properties. What is this?
Yeah. The one purchase buys two parcels. It's a 1-bedroom separate unit.
Well, you can always go back and renegotiate, God forbid, if you have to. But you know what? Give them what they want, get them on paper, and move and see what happens. Don't wait. That's an Ionati sale there,
Yep, indeed.
So get them on paper and get it done.
That's the plan. Yep, that was two for today.
Today. What?
I get my camera's going on and off. I don't know why. I think it's something to do with the computer itself I'm using. Watch, it'll fade back out again. I hope not. Yeah, get the guy on paper. You can always say no. I mean, whatever. Everybody should do that. Everybody. Give people what they want. Worst comes to worst. And all you're doing is you're taking it off the market. There goes my camera. You're taking it off the market, all right? And you get as long as a due diligence period as you can. You get 60 days, you get 90 days. It's all to your benefit. You could say it's subject to getting funding, whatever you want to put in your contract. So, but everybody should be putting deals on paper. Give them what they want. Worst case scenario, you got nothing to lose. Don't tie up a lot of money. Either an option or a contract to purchase. Pick one. Okay. Thank you so much. Little on the dot. I keep clicking this damn thing. I don't know why it's doing this.
I
Look,
sent
I'm
him
back up.
I sent him a private message that said, "You've never looked better."
There you go. All right. I can't even turn it back on now. I don't know what's going on with this thing.
You got to
All right,
change
anyways.
ports. Change ports you're plugged into. That
Oh,
happened
it's
to
my
me one
laptop.
time.
It's my laptop I'm on, so I don't know. All right, guys. So what else we got? Anybody else? Hello.
Hey, hey.
This was fun tonight.
It was fun tonight. Lots
Yeah,
of good talk
we
tonight.
got a few deals.
I feel smarter now, Coach Steve.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So who we got left? Vaughn, Ed, Jason, Hervek, and D. All right. Mr. DeShields. What do you got going on there in Pennsylvania, bud?
He was on the beach earlier today. I don't know.
Not
Right.
much, not much.
Hey,
I'm back
Steve.
home now. I'm back home now.
He's back
Wow.
home now. He's back home from the beach. You get all the sand washed out of everything, man.
You're still out there celebrating your birthday. That's the problem there, you see?
Still got sand in the beard.
There you go. Hervek, this is the man you got to talk to about Pennsylvania. Get him on a side call and give him a buzz. He's the man. All right.
Yeah.
I keep losing this damn camera. So
Jason, did you have something you were going to say there? bud?
Yeah. I just wanted, hey, Steve, I wanted to ask you on, you said there's always the possibility that if somebody's an elderly person is going into a retirement home, that the facility is going to try to lock up the asset. Just say you're in the middle of a 1-year lease option with this seller, and 6 months in, the community or home tries to do something with the asset. Does your deal still take precedence?
all they can do is lien the property.
Right.
They can lien the property. Now, a lot of people that have assets like this woman, this might not be the only house she's got. She might be going into this retirement home and be a pay customer.
Yeah.
So, but if you're going to check into a nursing home, different. Listen, retirement home is like an ALF, like assisted living.
Right.
Different ball game from going into a nursing home. Nursing homes, they're like long-term assets. They're playing the game. So I don't know that much about it. I'm learning as I'm going right now with the family member that's getting their arm twisted over assets. And she's got money tied up in a trust, a family irrevocable trust, which is ironclad. So they're worried that once the person gets into the nursing home, then she has all this money sitting in a checking account. When that is gone and it's going to get eaten up fast, then what? They're worried about just getting paid by Medicare. So they don't want that. They want this $10,000, $12,000 a month that they charge.
Yeah.
And after $10,000, $12,000 a month, she's got maybe 150 grand in a checking account. That's going to get eaten up in a year if nothing special happens.
Yeah.
Other billings. So they look for those assets.
We got a 5-year look back period.
Is that
Right.
it?
5 years. Yep.
Yeah, I think it's like five. I thought it was 5 or 2 years. I couldn't remember.
I was told it was
5
2
years.
years. I was told it was 2 years here, but everybody's, like they say, got their own underwriting guidelines, you know?
Maybe. Yeah.
Right. I remember it as 2 years. Any
Okay.
real estate transaction that was done in the last 2 years, if you have to go in the nursing home is looking for that money.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
got to be careful of that. We got to be careful of that. But you know what? That still wouldn't stop me from doing the lease option, because if they'd wind up becoming a secured lender. If they wanted that money from that house, all they could do is lien the property. And they couldn't, I don't think they couldn't lien it really. Who's going to lien it for more than it's worth? So, I mean, if for argument's sake, they lien it for $500,000 and the property is only worth $300,000, then there's going to be a big issue somewhere. You know, that's going to wind up in court. Have I ever seen that? I haven't seen it, but you never know. It could happen. It could happen. You know, most of these, I've seen nursing homes and these health facilities just settle out and take the money and run. They don't want to do something long term. To them, it's a quick buck today is better than a long dollar tomorrow. You know, so they want that. They want the money now. You know, rather than pay attorneys and time, who knows? They could lose. You could lose.
I'm gonna write that down. A quick dollar today is better than a long dollar tomorrow.
Quick dime today is better than a big dollar down the road.
That's it. That's like the two. That's like the one in the hand and two in the bush type
There
thing.
you go.
Oh yeah.
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 Appreciate that. Yeah,
No problem,
I'm actually looking at a couple right now that two deals that are they're actually considering, going into a retirement community, and one might end up going into a nursing home. So
Well, if this is their only asset, that might be different. I don't know. You know, I wouldn't worry about it. I'd let the nursing home not worry about it, because you know what? You know what they're going to wind up doing? They're going to take the Social Security, any kind of pension, and if she's got rents coming in the door or mortgage payments coming in the door, that's income. They'll take that, and that might be enough just to keep them happy. Who knows?
Yeah.
right, I got
It's
you.
cash flow, right?
That's right. They
Yeah.
don't want to own this damn house.
Yeah.
If they got the house, it's a pain in the ass. They got to call somebody to liquidate it and sell it.
Right.
You know. So,
All right, man. I appreciate it.
no problem, brother. No problem. All right. Anything else on the table for this evening?
Hey, Steve, a question for you.
Shoot.
Negotiating a price on for a wholesaler. If you're in this range, on that deal for say, for example, I would pay 40,000 for, and I've got a 90,000, 106, a 77. So taking 77,000 and 70% of that's like 53,000. How much? When can you get more than 10,000 from a wholesaler?
Who says you're selling it to a wholesaler?
Well, that was my plan. You got a better idea for me?
Yeah, there's so many people out there with cash. I don't care. All you want is a cash buyer.
Okay.
You're assuming it's going to be a wholesaler. It could be a landlord. Could be someone who wants to buy the house, do some work on it, move into it. Who knows?
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking if I can get it to this one wholesaler that bought my first deal, that'd be nice, just to pass them off a deal. And
Well, you should always have those guys close to your heart, as they say, people that you've done business with, and it was a positive situation. But
Yep.
you got to also know that you're in business. You got to make a certain amount of money on every deal that comes across the desk. Otherwise, you're working for nothing.
so what's your suggestion as far as, moving that, once I get it under agreement? what
Make
would
as
your
much as you
suggestion
can.
be?
Make
Yeah,
as much
right.
as you can. In this market, make as much as you can. Let me ask you this. When's your next deal going across your desk? You don't know.
Right?
So you got to make as much as you can on these. I don't say, well, I got to make 10%. No, if I can make 25%, I'll make 25%. That's why I'm saying the best thing to do is you nail down that deal. This is the one that was, you had all those different comps on, all those different numbers. You want to
Right.
call a broker in the area. They might tell you that it's
Yep.
only worth $60,000 or
Right.
it's worth 75,000 or 90,000. Who knows? Let them go by and take a look at it. You got it in contract. It's not going to matter. So that's how I would. That's if the numbers are all over the place, and you're looking at the age of the property, the general condition of the property, the square footage, and all, and you can't nail down what this property is worth in that area, then you got to get a broker involved and bring them in. So that's what I would do.
Okay.
Said I.
Thanks.
No problem, man. No problem. Anybody else got something tonight? It's going to sound like an auctioneer. Going once,
It's been a good night.
going twice. Vaughn, Herveck, Ed, Jason, and Mr. DeShields. Thanks for coming tonight. And we'll talk to you and see you all again next week. Have a happy. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Coach Steve. Thanks, sir.
Thanks,
Have a
buddy.
happy. Bye-bye.